What's going on? On my morning walk again. Wanted to shoot another video out here on the swing. By the way, if you enjoy these swing talk videos, like this video and comment down below, #swing talk. I want to know if you enjoy these videos too. But today I basically want to talk about a little bit more about meditation, really how to meditate and go deeper, and some of the biggest pitfalls and mistakes that I constantly see people make with meditation that I also experienced in the past, that I made in the past. And let's start with the mistakes, right? And then we'll get into the how-to of it. The biggest mistake with meditation is going into it with beliefs and concepts about what meditation really is and what it's supposed to do, and then going into it expecting something to happen. Everybody, when they sit down to meditate, expects like a big revelation, or just for something to really like pop off in their brain and like this light bulb moment, and like everything is like done now, everything is figured out. And not just in meditation, but just really on the spiritual journey, we are all just seeking for that one thing that just makes us like, oh my god, okay, now everything is better. We're trying to get instant relief. We're trying to just like be instantly free of our problems, become quote unquote enlightened or whatever. And that is such a big mistake, because that is not at all what meditation is about. That is not at all what spiritual journey is about. And as long as we continue to just go into the meditations with those expectations, with that baggage, if we continue to carry it into it, you are actually holding yourself back from the experience that you could be having. See, the point of meditation isn't to gain something, isn't to accumulate another concept or idea about what life is. It's actually to disengage from everything you currently believe to be true about yourself, about the world, and about your relationship to the world. It's actually to relieve yourself of all the focus on objects. Objects meaning people, objects meaning all external phenomena, even internal phenomena, which we call mind. So the point of meditation is to disengage from all of that, because only then do you get to experience the true self, within which this is entirely just a projection. If you continue to expect like a big revelation moment, you will continue to be disappointed, because although yes, those revelations come quite naturally and they come little bit at a time, understanding deepens over time. But like if you are just obsessed with that rush that you feel, the adrenaline, like the little kick that you get from like realizing something big, then you'll constantly be chasing that. And then when it doesn't come, you're gonna think that you're not making progress. I always say that people ask like, oh, I'm meditating, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm making progress. And I say, if you sat down today for at least 15 minutes and you just disengaged from all your thoughts and you just did your best, right? Even if like you weren't able to disengage from all your thoughts, but you just tried, you closed your eyes, you sat there for 15 minutes and you tried your best, then you're doing it correctly. Then you're on the right track. As long as you're remaining consistent with it, if you're doing it daily and you're doing it with wholehearted desire to actually go deeper and realize your true self, then you did it right. Then you're on the right track. But don't gauge your progress from how deep you're able to go. Don't gauge your progress from the revelations that are coming on, from how wise you're becoming. Because although all those things are byproducts of meditation, they come quite naturally. It's not your doing. The only thing that you're doing is sitting down to meditate, and the rest happens naturally. So I wanted to clear up this pitfall and this mistake right before we even get into the deeper, how to like make this happen, how to go deeper in meditation, because this mistake held me back for a long time. This mistake is going to keep holding you back if you constantly go into meditation with all these preconceived concepts of what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to do for you, based on what you've heard on the internet. Okay? Now, being aware of being aware is the highest form of meditation. All your life, you have been aware of something. You have been aware of objects, including your mind and body. You've been aware of thoughts. You've been aware of perceptions, which are also just thoughts. Everything is just a thought. But you've been aware of something at all times. Meditation is being aware of the very fact that you are aware. And if you can just gain that sense right now, if I ask you, are you aware in this moment? You're going to say yes. It's undoubtedly a yes. It's always a yes. Well, how do you know? How do you know that in this moment you are aware? Right? What within you right now knows that it is aware? Even if you were like having so much thought activity and you're like, oh my God, I can't focus, I can't, all these thoughts, I can't stop them. Even then, you are aware that that experience is happening. You are aware of your incessant, turbulent thought activity. What is it that is aware constantly of the fact that it is here right now, that it is experiencing? Throughout waking life, you get so caught up in the fact that you are experiencing, and you get so caught up in the experience that you forget that there is an awareness that is aware of the experience. Meditation is you sitting down and disengaging from focus on objects so that you can become aware of the fact that you are aware. So that you can actually learn to recognize little by little, and again, this happens naturally, that presence that is aware of things. Letting go of the focus on things and recognizing what remains, which is that presence that enables perceiving, that enables you to be aware of things. So right now, just as you're watching this video, become aware of the very presence that is here right now, that is registering my voice instantaneously. There's no one in your mind, there's nothing in your head calculating all my words, like, oh, okay, this is the English language, okay, this assortment of words means this, this, and this, all these calculations. No, nothing, none of that is happening. It's instant registering, it's instant hearing, understanding, perceiving. What is it that is aware of my voice right now? What is it that is aware of your body and mind being aware of my voice right now? Quickly just like tune into that. And you may say, oh, I don't know how to tune into that. But every single moment that I say, are you aware? Just to kind of like notice it real quick. Like, oh, am I aware? Even if it was just for a second, your mind stopped. There was just a complete stop in thought activity, even if you didn't notice it. And to gain the answer to the question, am I aware? You had to just purely just experience for a moment. There's no intellectual answer for am I aware? The answer to am I aware has to be experienced completely through presence. And then, okay, even if it lasts for a second, then your mind interprets that experience like, okay, yes, I am aware. And then it forms a response, I am aware. But in order to recognize that you are aware, you had to just pause and become aware of awareness itself. That right there is meditation. You just meditated, my friend. Congratulations. You just had a moment of enlightenment. Congratulations. So practice that. The way to deepen meditation quickly is to constantly come back to this awareness throughout the day, and especially when you're sitting down to meditate. Again and again and again, coming back to this awareness and staying here for as long as you can, even if it's just 2 to 5 seconds at the beginning. This is the highest form of meditation. This is the direct path to realizing the self more and more and more. And you will naturally see for yourself, the more you do this, the more everything starts to make sense. The more this sense of me deepens from body, mind into that awareness that is always present, within which your body, mind are just an activity. The more you let go of being reactive, the more you create this detachment from you, awareness, and world, the movie playing, the painting that is being painted. And that's how you're able to truly create the life you truly want. Without it, there is no creating reality. Then you're just a part of the physical, you're just part of the movie, and it will always just keep you attached, in between good, bad, positive, negative. Only when you start to become aware of the fact that you are aware and stay here longer and longer and longer. And as this awareness deepens, you start to be the witness rather than participant. You start to be the observer rather than the phenomena that is being observed. And you gain power through that. That's where the revelations come from. That's where the understanding comes from. That's where the knowing of your eternal nature comes more and more and more, just naturally to you. So see, if anything, meditation is not an accumulation. It is not a gain. It is actually a removal process of all the object that you're focused on, so that you can just focus on the fact that you can even focus, so that you can become aware of what remains when no thoughts, no objects, nothing is here. What remains? Because if you stop thinking for 5 seconds, right, you still exist. The sense of I still remains. So if I'm not my thoughts and I'm not what I am focused on, then what am I? And then just stay there. Again, this is not something you're just supposed to get an answer to when you say, am I aware, or who am I? It's not like an internal voice that says, yes, I'm aware. No, that's not what we're searching for. We're not searching for answers. We're not searching for revelations. You're simply choosing to be aware of the fact that you are aware, and you're just going to stay there. That's all meditation is. It's really that simple. And the more you just stay there, not focused on anything, but simply focused on your awareness, being aware of being aware in this moment, that's all that's required. And that is what brings on all the things that you actually want from your spiritual journey. That brings the power to create your own reality. That brings the detachment and the wisdom that you seek from meditation. But it doesn't come like one hit at a time. It's not like a drug that it all happens quite naturally, and you have to trust this journey. But you have to make sure that you're putting in the right inputs. You have to make sure that you're sitting down to do this process every single day. And not even just sitting down to do it formally, but just doing it throughout the day. How dedicated are you truly to actually raising your awareness? Right? How dedicated are you? You can just tell, you can just prove to yourself how dedicated you are by how often you come back to awareness, rather than just being addicted to that thought activity, being addicted to the conditioned way of living, being addicted to the physical, being the physical. The more you visit this blank state of awareness, where you are just aware of being aware, the more your life will start taking care of itself. The more you will actually just accelerate the process of your manifestation. And again, that's why this is always the first thing I teach people in my program: how to deepen their awareness fast and build that foundation upon which they can actually create their own reality. If you want to apply for that program, link is down there in the description box below. So continue to practice this, because this is not something that is easy for sure. It is very simple. It is so simple that your mind doesn't want to accept it, because it wants a complicated solution, right? It believes that life is so complex. So in order to overcome life and control life, there has to be a complicated solution. There has to be a big gadget somewhere that's worth $1 million that you can't afford. that is the only way to like actually live the life you truly want to live. But no, it is not that. It is inherently simple. The truth is always simple. Meditation is this simple, yet it is the key to your dream life. So as simple as it is not easy, because you truly are addicted to the conditioned way of living. We are all addicted, and it takes work, it takes conscious effort. But that's the journey, and that's a beautiful part of it. It also, through this you grow, you become less person, and you become more awareness, who you truly are. When you say I, that is what you really are referring to. You're not referring to this mind and body. You're actually referring to something deeper. Meditation helps you realize that what you're actually referring to when you say I. So put in the right inputs and you will get the right outputs. Do this meditation again and again and again. Become aware of the fact that you are aware. And just stay there. As long as you can, as many times as you can, come back to it throughout the day. And trust me, you will be rewarded. You will find the very things that you seek. Right now you're seeking for them in big revelations, you're seeking for them in maybe YouTube videos or like books or whatever, but all those things that you're seeking are just gonna start coming to you naturally, including your manifestations. So don't be lazy, put this into practice. If you have any questions about it, put them in the comment section below. Been getting a lot of comments recently and I'm absolutely grateful for that. However, at this time now, obviously I'm not able to reply to every comment, but I will do my best to reply to everybody. So put your questions in the comment section below and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. But other than that, give this video a thumbs up, share this video with a friend who also meditates or who doesn't even meditate and needs help with this. Share this gift of awareness with the world. Help me spread my message as well. Subscribe to this channel and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Can't turn this camera off now. Have gloves on.